Right guys, although this game footage, like the old game footage in my previous videos, is 2 weeks old, I've come back to this, so I kind of know what I'm doing now a little bit, so I'll give you a bit of help. I've got a couple of skill points to spend,
Welcome to the
but
Dragon.
let's do this a bit of story first, then I'll get back
Time's
into it.
short and we don't have the luxury of a soft landing. I'm Bong Cha.
I hope that little kid's not in
I'm the
charge.
voice of the dragon. You don't speak with the child. You don't speak with the monks. You speak with me. You get your instructions from me. That's how it works. Are we clear?
Crystal.
We believe in free will
Come on,
within
come on.
boundaries. I'm gonna set those boundaries for you, and then it's up to you to make your own choices. We all have a role to play, and we're all part of the dragon. The head, the mouth.
That's the head. We're
The
doomed.
claws
It's a bit
and
Mickey
the
Mouse, but then again,
Even
they've
the dust
accepted
and
me into
debris
their
swept
ranks.
along in our wake.
I'm not
We're
that
all
on the
part of
ball.
the equation. The reality disruption. We're agents of chaos, and we do what needs to be done to shape the future. We do what is necessary. At this moment, new systems are forming on Solomon Island. Think of it like the weather. A storm is brewing, and you're the butterfly. You need to flap your wings. Add another chaotic event to the mix. Aside from our rivals on the council, no
Solomon
one's getting in or
Island
out of
is
Solomon Island.
you're going to get
The only road is through
gonna
Agartha, and your friend has the
gain
right
tokens for this, and
There are
eventually
predictions.
after you get to the Savage
But even if I
Coast,
did show
which will
them
be
to you, you
the
wouldn't have a
second
clue how to
area
read
pretty
them.
much,
Trust
you'll need
us to know where
50
you'll be useful,
Solomon
where
tokens
you'll
to
be
get a
able to
QL5
disrupt
weapon,
and add
just
discord.
before you head up to the Blue
The
Mountains. It's a
Templars
pretty
and the
sick weapon,
Illuminati
so
are racing to
bear that in
unlock
mind,
the
50
secrets of
tokens from
Solomon
Solomon Island.
We could wait and let them tear each other apart, but there are designs.
You'll get it just at the entrance to Blue
Awaiting
Mountains.
new data, fresh agitators.
You'll get a QL4 weapon
It's time to
in
leave.
Kingsmouth, along the quest chain. Pretty cool. Right, so there we go. And this is, like I said, this is our old game footage, so I'm just checking out the PvP. This is Fusang Projects. This is a zone which you can log in at any point, and it's just basically an area of the game where it's just constant PvP. It's a very big map. I'm going to show you that. I'm going to show you about 20 minutes of game footage when I first logged into it. It's pretty cool. El Dorado is like an Aztec ruins over in South America. That's pretty cool as well. You basically got to hold tokens, I guess, or things, and there's 4 of them. The more you hold, the more points you get. Stonehenge is basically a hold the centre of the map. You can see up in the top right there on the map, there's those 3 spawn points in the centre. The more time your team spends around that centre point, you win. So yeah, that's the idea of that. And the skill points and the apprenticeship points I will spend. I didn't have much clue of what they were for and how the skill wheel worked, but I will go into that hopefully over this gameplay footage from a couple of weekends ago. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm going to head off to Agartha, which is the hollow centre of the world, which you basically move around the world in. Yeah, pretty cool. Oh, that's a pretty good shot. Let's head off now then. Agartha awaits. And then we're going to move into Kingsmouth. Kingsmouth is the opening area. When you get into it, it'll feel quite small and sort of a starter area, but actually it leads on to something massive. And the world there is just spot on. It's really good. This is a little cinematic. This is how you're going to move around the world via this hub. Just behind you there's access to London and New York for the Illuminati and the
I do hope you're not here for
Templars.
the local service. It's running somewhat tardy. By my watch, it's
So this geezer,
100 years
proper English,
overdue at 1/4 the hour.
it's like a train conductor.
Judging from the cut of you, you're more
Judging
of a
from the
world
curve,
traveller.
me.
Well, you've come to the right place. This underground realm.
I look like I'm going to change the world and kill some demons, don't I?
Agartha's thoroughfares sprout from the Tree of Life and connect back to the surface.
Seem to be getting a lot of
Distance
weird
and
looks from
time
people.
bend in here.
I don't
You
blame
can
them.
cross the globe in a brisk walk. Of course, it's perfectly safe. No one's entirely
Handlebars
sure
are
how
pretty
it works.
funky.
Quite bedeviled the science boffins, but I'm assured they have their top men on it. Top men. Now you'll need one of these. Mind your fingers.
So this is your Agartha
Thank
stone.
you.
It's basically a quick travel. Brings you back to Agartha. 30-minute cooldown.
Fascinating devices. Fortunately, there's still enough to hand out like sweets. Consider it your anchor to the hollow earth. It can
You're going to
return
have to
you
gain
here in a
access
flash,
as you go through
proverbially and quite literally.
through the different
Well then,
pools. You'll
onwards
have to
the
discover
New England
the
coast.
next
What?
Agartha pool in the next place before you can quick travel there. So you're going to have to get through these worlds. But they're good fun. And the worlds just look amazing. They're all like sandbox, which is really cool. And you can get lost quite easily just having fun killing zombies, and we'll show you that now. Before in the beta you used to be able to fall off it and die, but now they've put in these other features. So this will be Kingsmouth. It's kind of like a... Let's just get that really quickly and then we'll go in. That's the Sheriff's hut. That's going to be the main hub that you can see in that pool there, but you got to get there first. So this is going to be the first bit of action you got. Kind of looks a bit sort of Silent Hill, doesn't it? Zombies and abandoned town is pretty cool. Quite a lot of players running around, I think, in this beta. Looks good. And another cutscene. Don't worry, these cutscenes will come less and less, and
You haven't gone back
it's just
in
bringing you
time.
into the game.
I just happen to be the last of the Cowboys. Got your southern welcome right here.
See, over in
This
America
keep
now, I
these
guess.
Texas
Texas-style
Good
Cowboys.
ought to face
The last
evil on
one,
a full
apparently. That figures.
Name's Boone. I'm a troubleshooter.
Actually,
You
that
and I
hat
have a little
would
powwow before you go
pretty
shooting
much
for
polish
trouble.
off the look, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
Look pretty
chaos
dandy in
theory
that.
is all well and good in theory.
But we're going to have to
We're
introduce
dealing
this
with
geezer
here
to
is
a
chaos in
tailor at some
practice.
point. It's good voice acting, I'll
Reckon
leave
ain't
this.
that. Sure, you can be divided in purpose, but we gotta stand united against darkness. This ain't my first rodeo. I know we're gonna need all the unity we can get. Don't mean to say you stepped into hell,
I'm
but
looking at his clothes in
when the wind
disgust
blows
there.
west, you can just
Who
about
is this
smell
man?
the brimstone. All we know is death and fog came from the sea, or someone brought it back with him. If I was a gambling man, I'd put money on that someone still being around. Bunch of
$2.
survivors holed up in Kingsmouth town. Follow that main road and the sound of gunfire, and you'll come to the sheriff's office. Kid, whatever your reasons for being here, you find out what those people died for, and you bring a reckoning.
Actually, like, you arrive here, you kind of think it's going to be sort of a western cowboy slinging, and it kind of is. It's a sort of an old American town. It seems sort of quite pre-World Wars sort of mentality. Everything's a bit too happy, but
As far as
obviously now it's
crawls,
overrun with
gets my
the
fingers
undead
itching
and
for two
weird
matters.
things.
One, another, figuring out a way to keep them down. It ain't right the way the dead walk the earth. They deserve their 6 feet, same as everyone else. I've sworn to keeping guard here, and you've got places to be. But nothing's stopping you from culling the herd as you go. Hell, figure out what makes them tick and how to make that ticking stop. and I'll buy you a beer at the apocalypse. So go on, kid. Saddle up. The end of the world waits for no man.
Respect. This guy seems to know what he's doing, so he's told me to kill some things on the way. So I'm going to do that. Like I say, this starts to look a little bit linear to start off with. Looks like you just got one way to go. You can check out the map. There's little quests to get you going. And then when you finally get to the main hub of this place, it all starts kicking off, so let's crack on. Want that guy's hat. These guys look a little bit more geared for the job, don't they? The rest of these people running around. But there's zombies like mobbing, and basically the whole place is deserted. Cars, you know, mid-motion being swamped. So I'm gonna get my assault rifle out and get busy. Kill zombie in the area around Jack's camp. So just want to be killing these fresh zombies as opposed to not so fresh zombies. It's all pretty easy stuff here, just to get used to the skills. Now the skill points, I'll show you that in a second, and the ability will. At first look it looks a bit confusing, but it's not actually. It's just what will become annoying is the amount of XP you'll have to get to unlock certain points that you need to invest. Some of the abilities, you know, they'll end up costing 20, 30, 40, 50 odd things, and they start off slow, and it's like a exponential curve. It will end up taking our time to get it, so make sure you pick the right skills for what you want. That's important. Let's get some gets on, let's kill these guys. There's achievements, you know, obviously milestones, 10 zombie kills. I think it goes up pretty high, 500 to 1,000 kills. All adding to experience and stuff like that. You can see the experience bar down at the bottom. It's getting up fairly quickly now, but it does slow down. So, jump on cars to trigger alarms. So, I was just playing around a bit, getting a bit carried away. It looks nice, but like I said, it looks quite linear. It looks like there isn't much to do. It looks like any other MMO where you're forced across a track, you know, a path. That definitely isn't the case. This game really opens up soon. I'll be covering that in the next few videos. I'm going to be doing PvP of different war zones or battlegrounds. I don't even know what they're called in this, to be honest. I've tried a few of them out. But the quest will take you all over the map. That's how it functions. Right, so ignite the gas cans and draw zombies into the fire. Pretty basic stuff. There they are. These star areas are always a bit of a pain when there's a lot of people around. Need to ignite that. It's not working. The assault rifle is quite good because you can draw them in from a greater range. Should be getting a few torch turns. That's right, when I was first playing through this bit, I was a bit, where's the something different which I was being promised? This is just introductory stuff. Getting used to moving around and skills, and investing skills as well. You might as well just take a bit of time and work out what you're doing here. I'll try and cover that anyway in this one and later on, so. But it's not something you can just jump into and run out of full pelt. You'll end up missing stuff, and you don't have to rush through this game. You can take time to do the quest, because every extra point you get, you can invest in different things. You have to level up like your talisman points. There's requirements for, and they take a skill point each, and you'll get to a point where you get rewards for stuff you can't actually use unless you invest points, not just in your weapon, but also in your talisman points. And there's 3 different types. There's head, major, and minor. So you need to have a fair few points just to spend in that. 1 point in minor, and then the second tier is 2 points, and then the third tier is 3 points. So there's quite a lot of skill points that will accrue just to equip the decent stuff which you'll need. So there's no point just investing in a weapon. Check out this skeezer, he's pretty meaty. It's the first big bloke I came across. Took me a bit unawares, but like I said, they're not going to make it too challenging at the beginning. There's another one, see? Finish point. And achievements. There's some of the achievements you can get. Pause that if you want. So let's check out the skill wheel. So as you can see, I've invested a little bit already. These are builds which you set builds which you can suggestions basically. So I've got that highlighted. But basically, you invest in these tiers across the left-hand side. It says you're available in the centre underneath that bubble, and you'll place a certain amount of points. They'll show you how much it costs. And I see I've invested already in Assault Rifle 1. I need another skill point to get the second tier there, or I can go into the support role. But there you go. You can see I've got a couple in there. Trigger Happy will cost 3 apprenticeship points. My next point, so I'll go into that in greater detail later. So this is one of our strongholds. Zombies flooding, good effects. Makes a nice sort of chaotic feel. It's good. Oh, that Sherriff keeps taking my guys down. I'll try and kill these guys. Yeah. Good stuff. This is the main player hub, the first start player hub. I didn't really have a clue what I was doing. These set reports pop up on the right hand side there to finish quest rewards. There you go, I'll show you that quick. And then you get rewards and stuff. I'm going to pick the assault rifle reward here. Got the choose one option. Not all these will have, obviously choose one, you'll get provided awards. But you get different, you get an XP amount, you get provided buffs and stuff. These provided ones will come up with ones which will require a level in the talismans as well later on. So if I was you, I wouldn't just ignore them. Quality level, that's not really much use, but that's the Agatha conduit, and here's my new weapon. Let's equip that. Shooter. What does that look like?
I think this is karma for the lobsters and clams.
It's an AK-47 with what looks like a grenade launcher strapped on the bottom. Nasty. So yeah, that's getting to the first hub. Skill points to spend, and I've already got 1 ability point, so I'm not going to get anything there. See, I've got the trigger happy there. My next one's going to cost 4 apprenticeship points, or AP ability points, and then I'll be able to unlock another passive. You'll see at the bottom of my screen now, I've got 2 bars of 7, the equipped passives and the equipped actives. You have to work your way down through the abilities to unlock new abilities. Now this is interesting because you get here and there's plenty of extra little quests and investigation missions. There's a phone book which requires you to basically scout out the area.
Heck if I know where you
Let's
folks
listen to
keep
what the
coming
sheriff's
from.
got to
But
say.
anyone who walks through that door alive pretty much gets my amnesty. Something in your past colors you sourly to a badge, I'd ask you to call it quits in return. We agreeable? Well then, I'm Sheriff Bannerman, and this down-home little state of emergency is what's left of my jurisdiction. Sure, we tried to hold as much of the town as we could at first. More out of nostalgia than any civil defense plan. I won't tell you Kingsmouth was a slice of heaven in a snow globe, but it was ours. Now it ain't. There was always something running under in this town. Maybe what's spilled out now. If that's how it works, I couldn't say hand on heart we didn't have it coming. But that fog, and the things in it, they didn't pick and choose when they came in.
This is the
Most
village
folks
that
didn't
you'll
stand
be
a chance.
investigated and explored
Now,
by the world.
I can
It's
see
good.
you're armed. I won't kick up any fuss about that. Straight truth is, you'll need to be. Just don't go thinking that means you're deputized as such. Heaven knows
Who'd
if
want
there was
to
ever a time and a
deputize
place
me?
for the right to bear 'em, you're looking at it. Henry has his word of God. That Roger woman has her crystal ball.
Unless they got a
And
cat
Norma
walk
out on
show.
the point's got a 12 gauge.
I'm not much use.
My money's on Norma.
So that's the lead on to the main player quest. In the next video I'm going to concentrate on a bit of PvP and showing you Kingsmouth. Cheers.